Hello, good people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. We're still keeping you fully updated about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest by the Nigerian government. And based on what the brother said yesterday, we now know where he was arrested from. That's the country that gave him up for the arrest and extradition down to Nigeria. It's actually Kenya. And right now, Igbo lawyers British lawyers of Igbo extraction have taken a very serious move against the Kenyan government, and they have also given an ultimatum to Buhari. We're going to be looking at all of that in a jiffy. But if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the notification bell so that anytime we publish our videos, you'll be the first to be alerted. All right, let's look at the news in detail. A coalition of British lawyers of Igbo extraction has vowed to drag the Kenyan government to the International Criminal Court ICC for detaining Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen, and subsequently handing him over to the Nigerian government. The coalition also gave the Nigerian government 48 hours ultimatum to release Nnamdi Kanu, return him to the United Kingdom, and follow the right process of extradition. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, was arrested and detained by Kenyan authorities and was later handed over to the Nigerian government. The lawyer's statement was signed by Barrister Ebuka Okorafor, accusing the Kenyan government of violating the human rights of the IPOB leader who entered their country with his British passport. According to them, they said coalition of Igbo British lawyers condemned the illegal detention and subsequent handing over of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to the Nigerian government by the Kenyan government. The coalition statement said they described as archaic and illegal the action of the Kenyan government, adding that it is worthy of note to mention that Nnamdi Kanu entered Kenya with his British passport, and the Kenyan government is fully aware of his citizenship status, but still went ahead to perpetuate their illegal act, which does not only breach the personal human right of Nnamdi Kanu, but also undermine the sovereignty of the British government. The coalition warned that the failure of the Nigerian government to free Nnamdi Kanu and return him to UK will be seen as a declaration of war, not just on the IPOB leader and his group, but the entire Igbos. While this serves as a pre-action notice to the Kenyan government, as we shall be heading to the International Criminal Court to rectify the injustice done, as it is trite law that injustice to one is injustice to all. We are also, by this medium, informing the Nigerian government that they have 48 hours to return Nnamdi Kanu to the United Kingdom. And if he has any charges to answer to, they should, as a nation that is governed by the Constitution, pass through the legal means of filing an extradition notice. The group further warned that nobody harms whatsoever must be done to Nnamdi Kanu. I'll take that again. The group further warned that no bodily harm whatsoever must be done to Nnamdi Kanu. The UK government said that the UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office stands ready to provide consular assistance to the IPOB leader. Now, we're going to be looking at some of the reactions of Nigerians in respect to this, because I may not be fully versed in the issue of international extradition of people back to any country. But though the federal government did not disclose. Yes, because that was one of the things that was most noted. Malami, during the period he was addressing the press, he did not open up on where the location of his arrest. But what we heard was that it was on transit. You understand? But right now, the brother had to open up that it was actually in Kenya that the arrest took place. And that is why Igbo lawyers residing in Britain, they have decided to take up a legal move against the Kenyan government, and they say they want to drag them to International Court of Justice. We do not really know the legal process because that's the next step that they have put before the Nigerian government, that if they must do anything like extraditing him, it must follow the laid down rule for extradition of any citizen. But then let's just consider some of the reactions of Nigerians. And this one says, a trap was set to Nigerian government, but because of stubborn and illiterate leadership and advisors we have in Nigeria, they have entered the trap. Federal government and Kenyan government made a mistake by arresting British citizen. We Northerners are not happy about the situation and the process of his arrest. And another person replied him. They said, the lawyer cannot win because Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail and had been declared wanted by the Nigerian government. His arrest was legal because it was done by a lawful international police authority. Emotion should not be allowed to be cloud reality. The Nigerian government is right with what they have done. That's someone, I believe this person is versed in law. He's speaking out now. But then, if the lawyer feels it is ideal for him to go, he must always try, to see how they can secure his release at first. And another person here says, wasting your time, stuck illiterate lawyer talking trash. You should go to other Igbo lawyers and reason well. I can't get what the person is saying there. This one says, can you imagine how they are calling Igbos that we do not know what we are doing? This one says, the federal government is playing with fire and those hailing them are not reasonable. Their action can't solve any problem. ESN and the whole world are just watching. Another one here says, Kenya and Nigeria are African countries. They cannot allow nations like UK to bring nonsense into their country. This one says, we know that the federal government cannot allow him to go back to UK because he is brought down to face the legal charges that are leveled against him. And don't forget that he actually jumped bail before being in UK. This one said, it baffles me why UK government did not extradite him despite all the pressure from the Nigerian government. So I think that these IPOB lawyers have a point there. If the British government were okay with what was going on, they would have repatriated him themselves. So there's something we do not know. But let's wait to see the step that will be taken by the lawyers. All right, that's where we like to leave it. Just go to our comment section.